All right, guys, I want to talk about goals today. Do any of these statements sound like you? It feels like you're always setting a new goal, going all in for a few weeks, and then you burn out and you fall back into old habits. You feel defeated, and then you start the process all over again. You tell yourself you'll be stricter or you're going to be better next time. Or you really want to get a certain result, but you can't seem to make the changes that you need to get them to stick. You know the things that you're supposed to do, but you struggle to show up and do them. So if one or even all of them sounds like you, just let me start by saying it's not laziness or a lack of drive or a sign that you just need to buckle down and do the thing. You're missing one fundamental, and that is values based goals. So in this video, I want to teach you how to identify your values and apply them to your health and fitness goals so that you get the results that you want without burning out and without unsustainable workouts and nutrition plans required. All right, so first things first, we've got to know what values are and how they differ from goals. Your values are the principles that you live by. So they represent who you want to be, what you stand for, and how you want to show up in your life. You want to think of your values as your North Star. They're guiding you along your journey and helping you make decisions that are based on what's most important to you. Your goals are the destination or the end result that you want. Goals are something you can achieve or cross off your list. So there's something like learning to do a pull up or running a marathon or losing a certain percentage of body fat. One of the most common reasons that people struggle to get results is a disconnect between their values and their goals. So they know the outcome they want to achieve, but then they don't consider their values in the execution. And then this leads to three problems. The first, you're setting goals that don't truly align with what's important to you and how you want to live your life. So you struggle with consistency and motivation. Second, you know the results you want, but the behaviors you're zeroing in on to get there aren't realistic or sustainable for you. And when your day to day actions feel forced, then that's a recipe for burnout. And the work you put in towards your goals won't feel fulfilling or meaningful. But when your goals align with your values, the work you put into achieving them feels more purposeful and gratifying. So, for example, imagine your goal is to lose 40 pounds and one of your values is freedom. So, if you sign up for a strict diet that's going to require you to eat every 3 hours and doesn't leave room for a slice of cake or a cookie, then you're going to struggle to stick to that program. Why? Because it doesn't reflect what's really important to you, which is freedom. So instead of forcing yourself to follow a restrictive diet, what if you've just focused on a few healthy nutrition skills that fit into your lifestyle, like eating protein at every meal or veggies with 2 meals a day? And then, boom, now you're eating in a way that's both healthy and it's in line with what's meaningful to you. And that, my friends, is the key to staying motivated. Okay, so next we've got to get clear on our values because you can't set values based goals if you don't know what your values are. So take some time and make a list of your top 10 health and fitness values. Um, so these values will fall into several pillars like fitness, nutrition, maybe supplements, or stress and sleep. So all those are different pillars that you might find values. Next, you need to set some outcome-based goals. So think of this as your destination on a map where you ultimately want to end up, losing a certain number of pounds or doing 20 push-ups. You probably already know your outcome-based goal. Maybe you have a few, most of us do. But you only want to work on one or two outcome-based goals at a time because any more than that is going to divide your focus and energy, and that's going to result in burnout. So your goals also need a deadline, not only to help you keep focused, but also so you can make changes if you need to. An end date also provides you with an opportunity to evaluate how things went, and then you could set a new goal or you can make some tweaks or adjustments. And before you start working towards these goals, You want to make sure that you run them through that values filter. You can ask yourself, how do these goals align with my values? Will achieving these goals allow me to live in a way that is important to me? And will these goals have a positive impact on my life? Now that you've determined your ultimate goal and made sure that it aligns with your values, then the next step is to set behavior based goals. It's great to have a destination, but if you're going to have trouble getting there without directions. So that's where behavior based goals come in. So, your behavior based goals are the specific action steps that you are ready, willing, and able to take to move toward your ultimate goal. So, you're going to want to establish one or two behavior based goals to get started. This might not sound like a lot, but trust me, anything more can be overwhelming and tough to stick with. Behavior change ain't easy, guys. It's important to set these behavior based goals that you're confident that you can consistently achieve over and over again. So if you look at your behavior based goals and think that they sound too easy, then they're perfect. For example, with the outcome based goal to lose 40 pounds, your behavior based goals might look like resistance training 3 times a week and including a full serving of vegetables with at least 2 meals a day. You just want to make sure that these behaviors that you choose are aligning with your values, and then you're all set. All right, so now we're ready to plan those action steps. And these action steps are what are called implementation intentions. So, because a goal of working out 3 times a week is great, but without a plan for making that happen, there's a lot of room for failure, error, things to happen. So if your behavior based goals are, say, resistance train 3 times a week and to include a full serving of veggies with at least 2 meals a day, then here's an example of what your implementation intentions might be for those. So resistance training at the gym for 45 minutes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday evening at 5. And then for your nutrition, stocking up on fresh veggies at the market every Sunday and chopping them up so that they're ready for the week. And there you go. Those are your implementation intentions. All right, so now that you've set those implementation intentions, we're pretty much done, except now we need to anticipate obstacles and create a backup plan, right? Because nothing always works out perfectly. Obstacles are potential barriers that prevent you from achieving your behavior based goals, and you know you're gonna encounter them. So we might as well plan for them. Take a minute right now to envision the goal that you're going to be working on. What obstacles might pop up and prevent you from achieving it? Maybe it's working long hours, maybe family obligations, or an old injury that's flaring up. So make a list of the 5 most likely possibilities and create a backup plan for each one. So here's an easy way to do this. You want to use the if then language. So here's a couple examples for you. If there's a chance I'll have to work late, then I'll bring my gym clothes and get a quick session in on my lunch break. Or if I'm worried there won't be enough veggies at our family's dinner next weekend, then I'll bring a big salad to share with everyone. Or if my knee injury should flare up again, then I'll research some upper body and seated exercises I can do so I can continue training safely. So there you go. Now you're ready to create your own backup plan for those obstacles you might encounter and start working towards those goals.